If you want to buy Fallout 76 in-game items, use this website and my discount code for 3% off.
Hey guys, I'm Oxy, and in this video I'm going to show you the best Rifleman weapons in Fallout 76 and the best legendary effects for it. Now when it's about Rifleman weapons in this game, we have a couple of options. The good thing about Rifleman weapons in Fallout 76 is that they hit really hard. The bad thing about them is that they are quite slow. So you can compensate the fire rate with more damage per shot. And I do really prefer more Rifleman over Commando, even that Commando obviously is much more efficient. But Rifleman is just something about it that I really like. Now the best weapon for a Rifleman setup is really the Gauss rifle. And what we have here is an anti-armor, Vats crit and less AP cost per shot. There is a couple of good things about the Gauss rifle. The first one is that have an inherent legendary effect, which is doing explosive damage per shot. So there is an explosive legendary effect in the game, explosive bullets per shot, but this weapon cannot spawn with that effect. None of the energy weapons in this game cannot spawn with explosive bullets, but this weapon have the inherent legendary effect, so his shots already doing explosive damage, which is just extra damage that you can boost with perks and buffs. Quite useful. So that's why it's really the best rifleman weapon in Fallout 76, and you can see also the damage over 400 damage. Anti-armor, it's a universal legendary effect, good for any type of low health or full health setups, either rifleman, commando, heavy weapons, melee weapons, pistols, you name it. It's universal. The second perk that I did choose for this weapon to get it's Vats crit, because I always use this weapon in Vats, so getting extra crit damage is quite useful. And the third one it's less AP cost. I noticed that rifleman weapons tend to use more AP in Vats than commando weapons. It's strange, I don't know why, but that's how it's working. So having less AP cost per shot in Vats is quite useful. Now when we're going to the second weapon that I have here, it's again pretty much the same setup, anti-armor, but this one have aim damage and faster reload. Because this is literally my sniper weapon, so I never use this weapon in VATS. I use it for aiming because have anti-armor and a 25% damage while aiming and faster reload. So this is my setup for literally aiming at distances for enemies. And when they get close to me in Vats range, I just switch to my anti-armor Vats crit and pretty much one-shot them, because with this build you can one-shot a lot of enemies in this game, one-shot or two-shot. Especially if you are doing sneak attack, quite powerful. Now the next weapon that I do recommend you to get is going to be the lever action rifle. Again, a weapon from Fallout 4 ported in Fallout 76, and what we have here is anti-armor explosive. I do recommend you to get explosive bullets on your rifleman weapons or VATS crit, because you can boost explosive bullets with perks or buffs, and VATS crit again you can boost it with perks and buffs, so quite useful. As you can see, explosive bullets goes extremely well over 200 damage. It's really good. Now the next legendary effect that I do recommend you, and the next weapon would be the handmade rifle. And I know what you think about handmade rifles. Really, they are automatic weapons. Sure, you can make it to be fully automatic, but you can make it to be also a sniper weapon. This one is much more better than the Gauss rifle, just because you don't need to charge it up. Any type of Gauss weapon you need to charge it up. This one you can shoot as fast as you can click or use the trigger on your controller. That's the good thing about it. And for this one, I'm using the Aristocrat Legendary effect, which is giving me more damage the higher are my caps. So there is really no negative effects about it. You can use also anti-armor, and as you can see, I have explosive on it. and less AP cost. I do recommend you really to get less AP cost on this weapon just because I noticed that it's using quite a lot of AP in Vats, especially if you are full health, then you will need less AP cost. If you are bloodied, not as much because you will have a higher AP number. From the unyielding armor, you will have more agility and perception. And as you can see, we have also Bloodied Gauss rifle. Not this one, it's extremely strong, as you can see, much more higher damage. So there is a big difference, as you can see, between full health and low health. So right now I'm on a Bloodied sniper build, right? As you can see with the Bloodied Gauss rifle, I have over 600 damage. And if you go into my anti-armor one, I have over 400 damage. So there is a very big difference between the legendary effects here. And again, the anti-armor effect here, it is boosted by the fact that I'm low health. So I'm using the universal legendary effect, the anti-armor one, on my bloodied sniper build, which is boosting the damage of this weapon already. But if I'm using a specific weapon that goes extremely well with the low health build, the specific legendary effect, the bloodied one, as you can see, you can push up more damage. And the next thing is obviously my handmade rifle, bloodied explosive. Again, you can see over 200 damage per shot. That's really, really good. And again, I like this weapon because I can shoot as fast like I can use my trigger on my controller. That's why I really like it. It's not the same thing with the lever action rifle. It's much more slower. Gauss rifle, obviously, you need to charge it up. And the next one is the hunting rifle. A really good and solid weapon, honestly. The only problem is that it's slow. It's a slow weapon, but it's really good. It's a classic weapon, you can't go wrong with it, but I wouldn't pick this one for my day-to-day usage. If I would be to pick one of the weapons from all these that I have here, I would go with the handmade rifle just because I can mod it to be a rifleman weapon and I can shoot as fast as I can use the trigger on my controller. I do have also a bloodied lever action rifle. You can see it's much more damage, bloodied explosive. Again, just because I can boost explosive damage or crit damage, again, you can boost those and it's quite useful. Another really good legendary effect is the quad one. Because the Gauss rifle doesn't hold a lot of ammunition, usually around 5 shots. This one have 20. So you can sustain the Vats fire rate for much more longer, and obviously because, as I said, it's for Vats, this one I have Vats crit and less AP cost. Another good legendary effect would be instigating. Again, would go really well for a rifleman weapon that is hitting quite hard. It's just straight extra damage. It's not giving you, instigating double the damage when target is full health. It's not giving me double the damage of 160. It will give me double the damage of the flat damage of the weapon. So it's really not double the damage, but it's extra damage with the first shot. And if you're doing sneak attacks, again, it does get quite up with the damage. Another good setup would be obviously Aristocrat, right? And as you can see here, I have it for VATS usage. So we have VATS crit and less AP cost. Again, so what you're going for here, it's basically a specific legendary effect. If you are low health, obviously bloodied. If you are full health, you can go anti-armor, aristocrat, instigating. Those are really good choices, and you can do some good damage. As you can see, I have also an aristocrat hunting rifle. Quite a lot of damage. Quite a lot of damage over there. Now, if you want to see this build in action, I already made a video about that. Thank you very much for watching and see you guys in the next one.